Recently, I had a conversation that got me thinking about the role of advice in our life. And it's like we often find ourselves surrounded by countless opinions, some of which steer us maybe in the right direction, while others just lead us astray, most of them. So this made me realize that how we approach advice and choose our mentors is crucial to our growth directly. So today I want to share with you the 5 key principles that have helped me navigate this, and these ideas have made a profound difference in how I make decisions now and how I allow others to influence my journey. So one by one we have to cover the 5 principles. Number 1 is have courage enough to listen to everyone. When you bound yourself to listen to only specific people, we not just bound ourselves to gather up a lot more information, but we bound ourselves to have only one perception. Whereas if you go and experience the different perception of the people, you would be exploring more of the things. So without any judgment, learn everything, because there is no good or bad. Let me give you an example with this. If I do not sit with a person who tells me why smoking cigarette is good, how would I save my friend from doing the same? See, what he is going to say, the person who smokes cigarette, is going to say, because I smoke cigarette because it relaxes me. And then I would ask him that, how did you start it? He would tell me that I used to sit with a couple of my friends and they were smokers, and they just asked me sometimes in the starting. I just denied. But as the time passed by, a day came and I thought that why should I not try one? And then I got addicted to it. Now I have the data to save the people around me. I got that all of that information without having any opinion. Okay, so have courage enough to listen to everyone. Shut up your voice inside of your head that has an opinion. Things are not asking to be judged by you. So stop thinking like that. Stop having an opinion right now and just be open to listen to everyone. Point number 2. Conversate. Now, I told you, listen to everyone, but should you conversate to everybody? No. So, point number 2 is with whom should you conversate? Okay, so do listen and conversate with only those who have or want to have growth mindset just like yours. Why it is like that? Because when you share the ideas, when you reflect upon the ideas, you must be needing the people who are having at least the same growth mindset or wanting to have the same mindset, or at least a level above you. Because when you conversate, you don't just gather up the perception, you form your own perception and you clarify your way of what you want to do in life. And then comes the third thing, and that is to not listen or conversate with those who do not have the mindset, or actually don't want to have that kind of mindset. See, if there is a person, we often face those kind of people who never want to listen. They do not want to have a respectful conversation. They do not want to actually have a conversation at all. And what they do is they just simply never listen to you. They are just there to prove their point. Leave them. Do not conversate with them. Because those are the kind of people with whom you cannot conversate more. But if you even want to say them something, just say more in less words. I would like to give an example on that. Is that there's a friend of mine who didn't used to pray. Like it is a long time ago that he didn't used to pray. Now he knew that praying was good and it would make him make his faith more stronger, and he knew everything, but he didn't do that. But one day someone told him that, what if you die right now? What would you say to your God? Did you even pray the last prayer? And those words was something that touched his heart, and they went in directly, and since that day he is actually praying every day since that time. So with the people who do not want to have a great mindset or growth mindset, just don't conversate. Just leave them with some words and let them think about it. Don't waste your words with the people who do not want to listen to you, who do not want to conversate with you, who do not want to share ideas with you. Remember that. Now, we have covered 3 points. Number 1 is have courage enough to listen to everyone. Number 2 is do listen and conversate with only those who have or want to have or have at least a bit more than you growth mindset. And number 3, do not listen or conversate with those who do not. Now, we covered the listen and conversate part. Now is the implementation part. Okay, that is the advice. See, the point number 4 is almost every advice is a bad advice. How is that? Because when someone gives you advice, that advice is subjective. They're not giving you the exact advice that you are needing for at that moment. See, a lot of times when you ask someone for advices, so they often tell you what they have experienced and what they have gone through. Their advice is based upon that. So it is totally subjective. Their circumstances were completely different and yours are going to be completely different. There's maybe a kind of activity of similarity, but we cannot say that it is even more than 25%. Okay, so what they are going to do is that they are going to tell you the subjective advice that only relates to them because they think that this is right. But maybe a 6 from your end can be a 9 at my end. Okay, so almost every advice is a bad advice. Now, do you know that why I use the word almost? Because almost is, but only there are few people left that you can listen to, or that you can implement the advice on their life by closing your eyes. And those few people are called the mentors. See, now let me give you a good example of that. If you are Muslim, you might have gone through a kahf, and in that you have gone through the story of Moses and Khidr. So Moses at that time, alayhi salam, thought that he was having a lot more knowledge and he had good experience, and just to humble that, God made him meet a person who was known as Khidr. And by meeting that person, Khidr said, when they both met, he said that you're not going to ask me any questions, okay? Moses accepted and said, yeah, for sure, I'm not going to ask you any question. Now 3 things happen. Number 1, when Khidr made a hole in the boat, number second when he killed the boy, then the third one when the event of the wall happened. Now, on all of those three things, those three events, Moses asked the question. And then Khidr replied him with, I ask you, do not ask me any question. But on the third question, he said that now our path will separate us. Okay. Why? Because the rules that we have set, you have broken them. And when you have broken them, we must go our own path. But before leaving, he gave him all of the three answers, right? Why did he do that? And when Moses listened to them, those answers, he was shocked completely. So those people are like mentors. Can you imagine that Mike Tyson would be Mike Tyson if he didn't have his coach? Can you imagine that Ronaldo could be the same Ronaldo without his coach? See, the coaches, the mentors, they know more than you because they are not telling you the subjective advice. They are telling you the objective advice that is best for you. That is best for you. And when you will meet these persons, these mentors, you will find them a simple person. You would not find them like so much like the aura around them. No, you would find that these people are the simplest person on earth. Why? Because they, more than subjectiveness, they have objectiveness. So, concluding all of that, when it comes to listening, it is the first stage, then have courage enough to listen to everyone. Number second, after listening, we do conversate. So do listen and conversate with only those who have or want to have a growth mindset like yours or more than yours. Number three is that do not listen or conversate with those who do not want to have or have growth mindset like yours. And number four is that almost every advice is a bad advice because most of them are subjective. And number five is only few which are left are mentors as they give you advice objectively. And you must follow them by closing your eyes and believing them and letting them lead your way. Because when you let them lead your way, you might feel wrong at that time, just like the Moses did. Just like maybe when Mike Tyson's coach yelled at him and he felt bad, and he might thought at that time that he is such a bad coach. But remember, behind every great man, there is a coach. There is a mentor. Now that mentor can be you yourself as well if you have objectiveness in you. And that mentor can be other people as well. But yeah, do remember, mentors do exist. And if you find one, as soon as you realize that this is a mentor, just start to follow them blindly and they will lead you their way. Because they are not going to easily actually get you and show you the real way. They are going to test you. They are going to test you. Allah, believe me. So yeah. Now we are leaving with one more thing. That I will be trying my best to get this entire topic into a video on my playlist, that is the takeover, and I would provide you some actionable steps, and I will provide you some checklists also regarding how to see if a person is a mentor or not, and maybe some more resources we can come up with. So yeah, that's it for today, and may your day be as bright as your smile. Thank you.